He got problems, she got problems. Only I got 411 problems. Hey, hi, what's up, y'all? Welcome and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another story time, and welcome to Suzuki Swift. This story time should be short. Y'all got a lot of short stories. Sticking to my word. Don't judge me. Anyway, this story time should be short, for real. For real. So at this point in time, my sister had moved back. Let me say this. My sibling, because I ain't got time. My sibling had moved back home. Ooh, child. My sibling had moved back home. And she had moved back home because at this point in time, um, she had moved back home because she was expecting. And after and then her husband was deployed. So during this time, like, he didn't want her to be by herself. So they had agreed that she would move back home to be around family. So when she had the baby, like, she would have help. She would have a village. Smart. Because being a parent and having a baby is hard. I don't care if you're married, even if you're a single mother, even if you're married, two parents in house, it's hard. You still need help. So anyway, at this point in time, like, she had already had the baby, and um she would travel back and forth to go pick up her husband from the airport. And usually when she would do it, like, that would be my opportunity, like, to ride with her and also help with the baby. And I absolutely adored and loved my nephew, and he absolutely adored and loved me. And there's one particular time, like, she's on the phone. I could hear my nephew crying. I was just getting home from school, and I would put my books down and go straight over there because you know how we all about babies. Well, I don't know how y'all are, but how I am about babies. I love babies, especially when they are babies, like, right up in there, and the personality, how they smell. I love babies. Um, long as I can give them back to their mama. Don't get me wrong. I know, yeah, I love my boy. I do, but baby, and I have been pregnant quite a few times. And them babies was returned to sender, not by me, the Lord, the Lord. That was smart on his behalf. That was smart on his behalf. That very last one, I ain't gonna front. And I'm not talking about Justin. That very last miscarriage tore me apart. Tore me apart. That was so painful. Anyway. So my sister, my sibling, like, my nephew absolutely adored me. Basically, um, like, there was this one time, like, she was on the phone. My nephew was crying. I could hear him when I got to the door, and she put him in my arms, and he stopped crying. And so I can hear the person who she was on the phone with saying, "Well, what was wrong?" So I don't know. I don't know. Angel got him. He literally had stopped crying. She literally, she opened the door. Him. I could hear him crying from outside, and I got it. After I had my kid, I understood it because you could feed your baby, burp your baby, change their diaper, rubbing their back, put them to sleep, etc. A plethora of things, and that baby will still be crying. You be like, "What is wrong? What is wrong?" I don't know what was going on with my nephew that day, but literally once I got there, she's like, he literally stopped crying. So, so anyway, so when she would go to basically pick up her husband from the airport, she basically, I would go with her to help her out because again, having a baby is hard. Story time is short. This story time basically is me figuring out my gifts. And my granny would say certain things to me, and she would basically say like, you're special, you have to pay attention to certain things, or you can't tell everybody everything, even when you see something like some, certain things you got to keep to yourself even when it don't make sense. So this one particular time, she was going to get her husband from the airport, and so she was like, come on, and I was like, I'm not going, because something had told me not to go. And I was so bothered by it, but it was so heavy on me to not go. And I was like, something is telling me not to go. And it wasn't like she could not go because you're supposed to go and, you know what I'm saying? Like, pick up your husband. And so she was upset, and I could tell like the look that she gave me. And so she was like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you always help me. You and I go to the airport with the baby. And it's like, so you leaving me with the baby. And at this point in time, it was like, something was telling me, do not go. Like, something was literally telling me, do not go. And then also on the other hand, like, I was already getting the feelings like, I was showing up too much. You know how can I explain it? Where you feel like you're wearing out your welcome, right? And so I had started getting that feeling where it was like, girl, you over there too much. Her husband about to be home. Give her, let her husband have time. And literally that was said to me. Not by my sibling, but by a family member. Like, give them time. You over there too much. Give them time. So it was like something was on me to not go, but then it was also, well, let me give them their time. Because I'm that type of person where I listen to people talk. So when you tell me certain things that bothers you, or when you say certain things that will affect me, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm paying attention to your tone. I'm paying attention to your actions. I'm paying attention to how you saying it. I'm paying attention to your actions with you saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm paying attention to all that stuff. And if you care about me, you know what I'm saying? Or, in my mind, it was like, oh, my sister had to say something to them. Maybe she feel away. Maybe I'm over there too much. And this is also kind of how Discord can kind of, set in too. But there was just certain things that I paid attention to. Right. So it was like, let me, you know what I'm saying? Like, give her this time with you. You're going to get your husband. Like, this is like y'all family time type situation type deal. Right. So I was like, I'm not going. And then I can look at her face and look and see like how disappointed she was. Cause she was like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you always go. You always help me with the baby. You know I need help with the baby. And mama wasn't going. Mama was in the yard. So I guess like for her, it felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have any help. But then I guess for us, it was like, you're going to get your husband. You know what I'm saying? Well, especially for me. I can't speak for my mom, but especially for me, it's like, you're going to get your husband. And I've already been told like to back off. Like, I'm spending too much time over there. This is their time. Back off. Right? So it's like, to my sister, it's like, I'm being left hanging. At this point, for me, it was like, this is time for me to back off. And then on the other hand, I'm thinking like, well, girl, you had to say something for these people to be like, girl, you need to back off. So it's like, let it be, right? And it was like, and then also again, something was telling me not to go. Something was like, don't go this time. Don't get in the car. And I wanted so bad to go. I wanted so bad to go. And so, cause I was like, well, let me, I was like, well, at least let me, let me put him in his car seat, let me help you get the baby in the car. She was like, I got it. Which I understood. Cause I'm like that too. It's like, girl, if you ain't helping me, what you want to put him in the car seat for? I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got it. And it's like I'm being pulled so many different ways because, again, there's something telling me not to get in the car. There's also the little voice that told me, the little birdie that told me I needed to back off. So it's like I'm dealing with so much stuff, but I also still want to put my nephew in his car seat. Because my nephew don't have a clue because he's a baby. So like I want to put him in his car seat because usually in previous trips, I ain't sitting in the back with my nephew. So she leaves and goes, to go pick up her husband. And so we're sitting, we're at the house, and then all of a sudden, like, the phone rings and it's her husband, and he's like, my sibling was in a car accident. And so my mom was like, What? And he's like, she was in a car accident. So we need y'all, need you to come get us. We need you to come get us. And so my mama, started being frantic, and I'm like, what's wrong? And so she was like, your sister was in a car accident. And so I was like, your sister was in a car accident. And so I was like I felt bad. I felt so bad. But then my mom was like, thank goodness you didn't go this time because you would have been in a car accident too. I mean, I see your point, but then on the other hand, I felt bad because it's like the baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was by herself, and it was like all of that was going through my head, but it was also, again, like she said, that little piece pulling at me saying, do not get in the car. I don't know. Right? And I always tell y'all, everybody have their own path. And I'm not saying she deserved that, because I don't wish bad on nobody. I don't care what you do to me. I don't wish bad on nobody. Except Nightmare. I did wish bad on him. I did. One time. I wish bad on him one time. But nothing happened. So at this point, it felt like it was redundant to say that. But I did wish bad on him one time. I don't know what that man got going on to this day. I just know at that one point, like, I know I wanted him to die because I felt like I felt absolutely horrible. I was tired of being touched. I smelled like that man. Like, it was just, yeah, like, which is why I did not want children, because I was jacked up as a kid and I did not want to mess up a human, which is why I didn't want children. So, yeah, so it's like, here we are. You know what I'm saying? It's like all these emotions, all these things going on or whatever. So my mom, goes to get them, and everybody is, when things happen, like, of course, like, you're replaying it over and over. You're thinking about certain things, like adjustment in life, like, this could have been worse, grateful is not worse, you know what I'm saying? All of that comes into play. And they went basically to the house or whatever. So within the coming weeks, of course, we're going to the wreckage, like the salvage yard, because that's where the car is, and she have to get stuff out of the car. And so we go and see the car, and at this point in time, the car that she has is a Suzuki Swift. So we're in the salvage yard, and the man who's at the salvage yard, because they have to walk back there because they had the keys or whatever. They had to walk back there with us so she could get her stuff out of the car, like the insurance and then whatever else she had left in the car. So she was clearing out the car because basically they had totaled the car. So when we saw the car, it was like, ooh, like he hit on the driver's side, basically like he T-boned her. So literally it was basically like it could have been so much worse, and we were grateful. And so the dude at the salvage yard made a joke basically saying, yeah, well, that Suzuki was too swift this time, huh? My sister was like, he hit me. And he got quiet. And then we were both looking at him. Like with that black woman distinctive look, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was that to say? Like, you don't even know what happened and you making some dumbass joke. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we're in mom's car and so we're going back after she had got out of her stuff. And so now anytime like there's like I won't say almost happening. It wouldn't even be almost happening. It's basically like she had PTSD. So she's, whoa, whoo, oh, doing that type situation. And so mom was like, it's not funny. And so she was like, I was just in a car accident. I was like, mama. And so she was like, I understand, and I was like, you can't tell nobody how to feel who was just in the car. Like, it was literally just recently. Like, literally, it may have been like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, you can't tell nobody how to feel. You know what I'm saying? Because just because, like, you have a high pain tolerance and, like, you're able to kind of pick yourself up and keep it moving, that don't mean somebody else is able to do that. And I had to, you know what I'm saying, like to adjust like that too, because it's like I'm dealing with a whole lot of going on right now, a whole lot of. And just because I'm able to deal with it, that don't mean necessarily somebody else is able to deal with it. Because even when I say certain things to people be looking at me like, and even when I went in therapy, people be like my therapist was like, not people, my therapist was like, you say stuff like it's normal. And he was like, because it was a male, the good therapist. Because I had quite a few. I had to go through 5. He was like, and I have to realize in your mind that's normal to you. And I was like, yeah, because that was the only way you'll be able to survive. I'll be able to survive it. I had to make the unnormal things normal in order for me to survive, in order for me to be some type of mental, you know what I'm saying? Like, to keep my mental intact, I had to make this stuff normal, you know what I'm saying? Like, to survive it. And that was the beginning of basically like me. Something was telling me like, do not get in the car. And I felt bad and was being pulled, but it was like, okay, I'm glad I didn't get in the car. But then on the other hand, I was upset that I didn't get in the car because she experienced that by herself. And she felt like she was by herself, and I didn't want her to feel like that because I know how it feels like to feel like I'm by myself, like I feel like I'm left hanging, like I'm fighting this by myself. But on the other hand, that inner voice was telling me, do not get in the car. So what would you do? I love you the most because you're definitely the dopest in real life, and I'll see you in the next one. That's the story time of Suzuki Swift.